Have you ever been in a situation where every part of you wanted to respond, to stay, like to fight, but something deeper told you to step away? That's not weakness, it's wisdom. Jesus himself walked away more than once, and it wasn't retreat. It was positioning for purpose. Today, I want to help you see that sometimes walking away isn't losing ground, it's claiming the right ground. In Matthew 12:15, we read, "Aware of this, Jesus withdrew from that place. He knew when the moment wasn't right. He understood the temperature of the room, the heart of the people, and the timing of God." This wasn't cowardice, it was calibration. Walking away is often seen as defeat in our culture. We're told to stand our ground at all costs, but the Bible teaches a different kind of strength, the kind that chooses the battle, chooses the timing, and refuses to let the enemy set the agenda. When Jesus walked away, he wasn't quitting. He was making space for the greater assignment. Let's look at another moment. John 18. The soldiers come to arrest Jesus here. He doesn't resist. He doesn't run. But in other moments, like earlier in his ministry, when mobs tried to seize him, Luke 4:30 says, "But he walked right through the crowd and went on his way." Sometimes God calls us to stand. Sometimes he calls us to move. The key is knowing which season you're in. Walking away in that moment didn't mean he lacked courage. It meant he was in covenant with a timeline far greater than what his enemies understood. Maybe you're in a toxic work environment. Maybe you're in a relationship that constantly drags you into conflict. Maybe you're caught in online debates that spiral into personal attacks. Friend, walking away can be a holy act. It's an act of protecting the peace God has planted in you. You can't fight every fight and still expect to carry the mission God gave you. Walking away doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough to steward your energy, your calling, and your witness. I like to call it the walk away or walk in principle. Every time you walk away from something that distracts, derails, or destroys you, you are walking into something that aligns, builds, and blesses you. Jesus walked away from the crowd and walked into the next village where healing awaited. He walked away from the stones in the hands of the accusers and walked into another teaching moment that changed lives. The walk away is not the end, it's the doorway. This requires faith. Faith that God's got the conversation you didn't finish. Faith that he will deal with the injustice you didn't confront in that moment. Faith that walking away will not erase your impact, but will multiply it. Hebrews 10:36 says, you need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. And perseverance sometimes looks like standing firm, and sometimes it looks like taking a holy step back. This is something I explore deeper in Seeking Peace, Biblical Solutions to the Israeli and Palestinian conflict. You see, peace isn't passive. It's active, strategic, and often it begins with a choice to disengage from what destroys so you can engage with what builds. In the book, I share how historical and biblical examples show that knowing when to walk away can shift entire outcomes. Whether on the global stage or in your own living room, the principle holds true. Stepping back can be the most courageous step forward. Today, I want to challenge you to think about one place in your life where you need to walk away so you can walk in. Maybe it's a draining conversation. Maybe it's a habit that eats your time. Maybe it's a commitment you know is no longer yours to carry. Pray about it, listen, and if God says move, don't hesitate. Because the sooner you step away from the wrong ground, the sooner you'll step into the right one. This is Malik Jordan reminding you, peace isn't found by accident. It's walked into one step at a time.